Hello there. In this video, we're going to check out spacing and how we can build that out in our style guide using variables. So let's go. Okay, so welcome back to the file. I just wanted to make a quick tweak to the typography. On the display and the heading side, I just wanted to add bold to the end of the naming convention here, just so it's really clear that we are using the font weight bold for the display and for the heading. So I'm going to speed up this part of the video, I'm going to update the type scale and I'm going to update the variables, and then we'll get on to our spacing variables. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, welcome back. So as you can see, I've made a quick tweak to our typography scale. I've added the word bold to the end of the display and the headings. It may be obvious to some people, but maybe for others that are jumping in and out of the file, it's not. So I want to be really clear on what font weight is going to be used. And potentially if things change in the future, there is scope to adjust and add different weights maybe to the displays. But I think for now, bold is fine. That's fine for the headings. That's fine for the display. So what I want to do next is I'm just going to go to the browser, and in Google I've typed in the 8-point grid scale, in case you're wondering where I found this article. Now I'm guessing this is on some kind of agency website. So it has a nice outline of what the 8-point grid is, some rules and how to follow them. So it's probably worth a read. So you can see the URL here in my browser. So what I wanted to show you is the 8-point grid system, and this screenshot here visualizes it nicely. So if I just make that larger, so you can see the scale going all the way from 4 points to 128 points, and this will align nicely with our line heights that we're using on our typography as well. So this is the grid that we're going to be following for spacing. This is quite a common system to use in UI design, so have a read about it. So you can check out that article on that website, or you could probably Google it and find some useful resources. If I find anything else useful, I will share it with you. So for now, this is the 8-point grid system. This is what we're going to use. So let's just copy this image and let's just swipe back into Figma. Right, so under the typography page, let's create a page called spacing. Just going to Command V and paste that image in there for now, just so we have it as a reference point. Okay, so let's draw out a frame. Let's make it a similar width to some of the other frames that we've been using. And for now, let's just label this spacing. So what I'm going to do here is recreate the 8-point grid system for my file, add the details to the page. Then after we've done that, we can add some spacing variables to use in this file. So I'm going to speed this part of the video up, and I will see you in a bit. Julep, 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 Okay, so welcome back. As you can see in our file, we have now got our spacing. So I've done the spacing scale all the way from 0 up to 128 pixels. So there are a couple of mistakes on that screenshot, so I've adjusted them in our spacing grid. So that was for 112, 120 and 128. So now we have our spacing grid. What I'm going to do is I'll just rename that to spacing, and let's just send that to, send that to the playground, just in case we need to refer to it again. We probably won't, but just in case we need that asset, it's in the playground area of this file, which is down there. Okay, so what we want to do next is go back into our local variables. So I'm going to click on the settings icon for local variables. I'm going to go up to our collections. So we've got colors, typography, and units. Just click off. I'm going to click on the three dots, create new collection, and we're going to do that as spacing. So let's click on create variable. Let's create a number. So we're going to start off with 0 pixels, which is the first one on our scale here. So what we're going to do now for the value is if we hover over the cell, click on apply variable on that icon, and we're going to use our units. So what we're going to do is click on 0, and that's our first spacing variable done here. What I might do as well is just go in here to the name and just add spacing / so it clusters those under a group just for now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is speed up this part of the video. We're going to add our spacing scale to the variables panel. So I'll do that quickly now, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. So we've added all our spacing variables in here. So we've got 0 all the way up to 128. That's our new collection here. So we've got colors, spacing, typography, and units. Just going to close down the variables panel for now. And as an example, let's draw out a frame and let's add an auto layout to it. So where we're probably going to use these variables is on the horizontal gap here between objects. So you can click on the drop down, apply a variable, and then as you can see, it's showing our spacing variables all the way up to 128. So if we use 8 here, and now you can see that's using the variable. Now the same with horizontal padding, click on the variable icon, let's do 16, and let's do the same with the vertical padding, let's do 16. Let's just put a rectangle in there for now. So as you can see with this example, I've just chucked in a rectangle inside the frame here with an auto layout. So we can use variables for our different components that we make. So yeah, this is really important when building out components for the design system, so we can ensure consistency, a good rhythm of spacing, and we're always going to use increments of 8 pixels. Unless we're going really small on certain elements, then we do have a 4 pixel variable to use as well. But this should make our life nice and easy. Everything's predefined and it's set up in variables. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to go up here. I think this page is good. Just going to lock that for now. Go into assets, go into our logo here, and let's just click on publish. So let's go and have a look at the changes. So spacing, so we have added lots of spacing variables in here. So I'm just going to add a note. Okay, there we go. Let's click on publish. Right, so that's going off to publish, and we're all done. Okay, I think that's it for this video. In the next video, what we're going to do is we'll focus on shadows. I just want to build out a few effect styles for shadows, so maybe like a small, medium, and large variant, so to potentially use them for different component states. So yeah, that is what we're going to do in the next video. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching to the end. Like and subscribe, add some comments, check out some other videos on my channel. As you can see, we've got a slightly improved background, but I feel I'm letting myself down as there is a packet of crisps there at the end. But there we go, something a bit more interesting to look at. Anyway, that's it. So I'll see you next week for another video.